Julianne Moore is known for her captivating performances on screen. She's a celebrated actress with an Oscar to her name, but lately she's taken on a different role. Advocate. Moore is speaking out against censorship. Her target? The Department of Defense? Their offense? Reviewing her beloved children's book, Freckleface Strawberry, for potential banning. Moore took to Instagram to express her shock and sadness. This wasn't just about her book, it was personal. Her father served in the military. She attended a Department of Defense school. The idea that her book could be banned from these institutions felt like a betrayal. Freckleface Strawberry is a story about self-acceptance. It teaches children to embrace their differences. Moore wrote the book to help kids feel comfortable in their own skin. Now that message is under scrutiny. The very people sworn to protect our freedoms are considering silencing it. Moore's voice is just one in a growing chorus of opposition. Authors, educators, and free speech advocates are condemning the review. They argue that banning books is a slippery slope. It sets a dangerous precedent. Once we start censoring ideas we disagree with, where do we draw the line? The Department of Defense review stems from former President Donald Trump's controversial executive orders on education. These orders, ending radical indoctrination in K-12, schooling and defending women from gender ideology, extremism, target materials deemed inappropriate by the administration. Freckleface Strawberry, a seemingly innocuous children's book, has been caught in the crosshairs. The book's message of self-acceptance, particularly regarding physical appearance, has raised red flags for those who believe it promotes a so-called gender ideology. This interpretation has fueled the push to remove it from schools on military bases. The review process itself has drawn criticism for its lack of transparency. The criteria used to flag books remain unclear, raising concerns about potential bias and the arbitrary nature of the selections. The fact that a book encouraging self-love and acceptance could be perceived as a threat speaks volumes about the current political climate surrounding education. The controversy surrounding Freckleface Strawberry highlights a broader debate about the role of education in shaping young minds. While some argue for stricter control over educational materials, others fear that such measures stifle critical thinking and limit exposure to diverse perspectives. The outcome of this debate has far-reaching implications for the future of education and intellectual freedom in America. Julianne Moore's outrage over the review is deeply personal. Her father, Peter Moore Smith, served as a paratrooper and colonel in the U.S. Army. His military career took their family across the globe, exposing a young Julianne to the sacrifices and values of military life. Moore's connection to the Department of Defense runs even deeper. She attended Frankfurt American High School, a DoD-operated school in Germany. These schools, established to serve the children of American military personnel stationed overseas, hold a special place in the hearts of many military families. The possibility of her book being banned from these very institutions feels like a personal affront to Moore. It represents a rejection not just of her work, but of the values instilled in her by her upbringing. The irony is not lost on her. A book promoting inclusivity, a value central to the military's ethos, is being targeted for exclusion. This deeply personal connection fuels Moore's determination to fight back against the ban. It's not just about censorship, it's about preserving the integrity of institutions that hold a special place in her heart. Her fight is a testament to the power of personal experiences in shaping our beliefs and motivating us to action. The Department of Defense has implemented a review process for library materials in schools catering to military families. This involves a temporary suspension of access while the review is underway. The temporary removal has sparked outrage among those who see it as preemptive censorship. Critics argue it sends a chilling message and undermines intellectual freedom. Section 5. A dangerous precedent. The chilling effect of book bans on education. The attempt to ban Freckleface Strawberry from DoD schools is not an isolated incident. It's part of a larger, concerning trend of book banning sweeping across the nation. Book bans create a chilling effect on free speech and expression. They discourage open dialogue and critical thinking. Schools and libraries should be safe spaces for exploration and learning. The fight against book bans is a fight for the heart of education. Section 6. The power of self-acceptance. Why Freckleface Strawberry matters for children. At its core, Freckleface Strawberry is a story about embracing individuality. The book's protagonist, a young girl with freckles and red hair, learns to love herself for who she is, despite feeling different from her peers. This simple yet powerful message resonates deeply with children, particularly those who may feel like they don't fit in. In a world saturated with images of unattainable beauty standards, Freckleface Strawberry offers a refreshing alternative. It teaches children that their differences are not flaws but rather unique characteristics that make them special. This message of self-acceptance is crucial for building self-esteem and fostering a positive self-image. The book's impact extends beyond individual empowerment. By promoting self-acceptance, Freckleface Strawberry encourages empathy and understanding towards others. It teaches children to appreciate diversity and to challenge societal norms that promote conformity. The attempt to ban this book denies children access to a valuable tool for navigating the complexities of identity and self-worth. It sends a harmful message that certain appearances are unacceptable, undermining the book's message of inclusivity and self-love. Section 7. A Nation Divided: Contrasting Views on Educational Freedom and Parental Rights. The controversy surrounding Freckleface Strawberry and other challenged books reflects a deeper societal divide on the role of education and parental rights. On one side of the debate are those who advocate for greater control over educational materials, arguing that parents have the right to determine what their children are exposed to in schools. This perspective often stems from a belief that certain books promote ideologies or values that conflict with their own. They argue that schools should focus on traditional academic subjects and avoid exposing children to potentially controversial topics, particularly those related to gender, sexuality, or race. On the other side of the spectrum are those who champion the principles of intellectual freedom and the importance of a well-rounded education. They argue that limiting access to books based on personal beliefs amounts to censorship and deprives children of the opportunity to develop critical thinking skills and engage with diverse perspectives. This group emphasizes the role of educators in curating age-appropriate and enriching learning experiences for students. They believe that exposure to a wide range of literature, even if it challenges existing beliefs, is essential for fostering intellectual curiosity and preparing students to navigate a complex world. Section 8. Beyond Freckleface Strawberry: The Broader Implications for Literature and Thought. While Freckleface Strawberry has become a focal point in the battle against book bans, it's crucial to recognize that this issue extends far beyond a single children's book. It represents a broader assault on literature, free expression, and the very foundations of a democratic society. History has repeatedly shown that censorship is often a tool used to silence dissenting voices and maintain power structures. When governments or institutions dictate what can and cannot be read, it stifles creativity, limits critical thinking, and hinders societal progress. The books targeted for bans are often those that challenge the status quo, shed light on uncomfortable truths, or give voice to marginalized communities. By silencing these narratives, we risk perpetuating harmful stereotypes, erasing important historical perspectives, and silencing voices that deserve to be heard. The fight against book bans is a fight for the soul of our society. It's about protecting the right to think freely, to explore different ideas, and to engage in open and honest dialogue. It's about ensuring that future generations inherit a world where knowledge is power, and where the freedom to read is cherished as a fundamental human right. Section 9. An Uncertain Future: The Fight for Intellectual Freedom in an Age of Censorship. As the debate over book bans rages on, the future of Freckleface Strawberry and countless other challenged books hangs in the balance. The outcome of this struggle has far-reaching implications for intellectual freedom, educational equity, and the very fabric of our democracy. The fight against censorship requires a collective effort from authors, educators, parents, and concerned citizens. It demands that we speak out against attempts to silence dissenting voices and advocate for the protection of intellectual freedom in all its forms. We must support libraries and educational institutions that resist censorship and provide access to a diverse range of materials. We must engage in thoughtful dialogue with those who hold opposing viewpoints, seeking common ground while remaining steadfast in our commitment to free expression. The stakes are high. The books we read, the stories we tell, and the ideas we embrace shape our understanding of the world and our place in it. By defending the freedom to read, we defend our right to think critically, to challenge the status quo, and to build a more just and equitable society for all.
So hit that subscribe button, ring the bell for notifications, and let's turn the page on a new adventure together. Get ready to experience books like never before, only on VBook 360. Like, comment, and share to support the channel and keep the video magic alive. Thank you for stopping by. And remember, every video has a story, and every story deserves to be shared. See you in the next video.